This is the last video I'm going to be doing on the subject for now because it's getting late here. Andre Dirrell did a live on his social media, and Fight Hype has caught it, and this thing really fascinated me to the point where I couldn't stop listening to it, because Andre Dirrell is a very experienced fighter, been around boxing his whole life, been a sparring partner, challenged for world titles, fought the best of the best, and he said, again, some very interesting things. There were gems scattered all throughout this live, and I tried to include as many as I could in the thumbnail of this video. So in case you're wondering why it's just constantly filled with quote after quote after quote, he just dropped gems throughout, which again, I wanted to include them as much as I could. He said that essentially that Devin Haney has had everything his own way, and now that he's fought a young fighter in his prime who is athletic, and Ryan Garcia, he's been found out, and Devin Haney showed no fundamentals, no finesse, looked amateurish out there. He is not as good as he has been thinking he's been this entire time in his career, and you're not fooling anyone, Devin. You have to get into a gym and learn new skills. Dedicate yourself in that sense. That is what Andre Dirrell said very early on in this live, throughout, talking about how Devin Haney was getting caught by the same punch consistently, didn't make adjustments, and yeah, first of all, I want to do more videos on this because there have been other boxers. So far I've seen Carl Froch and Regis Prograis talk about how Devin Haney didn't actually show great skills out there. And there's more. I want to do things gradually, can't do everything all at once, but this is something that I started wondering when watching the fight. And Dirrell also talks about more about Devin Haney's attitude in general. He says that, and he's acting like he's talking to Devin here, he says, "Devin, you show up to the gym with bodyguards. Stop pretending like you're Floyd Mayweather when you're nowhere near his level." Now, this raises another question. Has Devin Haney been a guy who, because he got rich and famous from very early on, without having to, go to the Olympics and be a champion there, has he enjoyed the spoils of life too early? It's a very interesting question, because a lot of people have been asking that for many years, and I did a video earlier today talking about Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s comments about not only how his son apparently bashed up Haney in sparring and made him cry, but that Devin pretty much got the spoils of war without having to earn it, and basically was built for money. Then he goes into stuff about Bill Haney, or he insinuates Bill Haney's done some bad things in his life, but he doesn't go into detail there, which is rare for the Lopez's, got to say. And these are all things that have been assumed about the Haneys for a long time. And the thing that I've always wondered is, Devin Haney is clearly a dedicated athlete. You can just look at his body, how he treats himself. He has always made weight, and he is very dedicated in that aspect. He's also very dedicated in other areas of his life. But to have his father around him all the time, who pretty much speaks for him, who promotes him in a very particular way to where he's not learning really from anybody else. Yes, I know he's had other coaches in his corner, but Bill Haney, we know, is the dominant personality. He also has had the advantage over a lot of his opponents for quite a long time. And no, I'm not talking about the Lomachenko fight. I'm talking about the Jojo Diaz fight. I'm talking about the Linares fight, the Gamboa fight. I mean, it's hard to call that a fight if you catch my drift. But the fact that Devin Haney has had an advantage over so many of his opponents since he has officially been a world champion did make me wonder, has he been enjoying success from having overmatched opponents in front of him for too long? Yes, we know he responded like a champion against Vasyl Lomachenko. Like, regardless of who you scored that fight for, Devin Haney did not give up when he could have easily looked for the exit. But that was against a guy who was half his size. So now that he's fought somebody his own size, you've got Andre Dirrell, who knows far more about boxing than me, and he comes from that finesse school himself. Andre Dirrell has always been a slickster. He's saying, look, Devin, you didn't show any adjustments, you didn't show any fundamentals, you're not fooling anybody, time to get into a different gym and learn from the ground up. Like, stop fooling people, stop pretending you're Floyd Mayweather. Devin Haney's ego is what is going to be called into question here, and again, the fact that this is coming from a guy like Andre Dirrell, very, very intriguing. So I wanted to do a video on it. More coming on the comments made by the likes of Regis Prograis and Carl Froch and many, many others. Whether the fight should have been stopped or not. Did Bill Haney do a disservice by not stopping the fight? Let me know what you thought about Andre Dirrell's comments. And anybody in America who is closer to the action than I am here in New Zealand, drop your thoughts down below about what you know about how, the Haneys have been going and what needs to change in your opinion. Catch you guys later. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.